Not a lot of varsity season left to play here in the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. That means not a lot of broadcasts left on the LI Sports Network. But we still got Ward Melville. We still got Connetquot Sayville. We got the T-Birds and the Patriots in a matchup right here, right now, at the North Rinks in Hauppauge. And it's going to be an interesting one between these two teams. Obviously, Ward Melville and Connetquot Sayville both battling for those last couple of playoff spots. This game could do wonders for either team. One with 10 points, one with 9 points. Ward Melville with the 10, Connetquot Sayville with the 9. They could hop each other, or Ward Melville could extend a game-and-a-half lead against the Thunderbirds. All of that is at stake right now as the pregame comes to an end and we get ready for the first. 15 minutes to be put on the clock, 15 minutes to battle for this initial momentum. Obviously, when you talk about these teams, you got to talk about Aiden Ayers. 18 games played, 14 goals, 9 points, or 9 assists, 23 points total. 3 power play goals, 2 shorthanded goals. And on the other side, Logan Keel, 12 games played, 14 goals, 11 assists, 25 points total. 2 power play goals, 5 power play assists. No shorties on the season, but obviously that's not a statistic you exactly need to excel at. It's more when skill meets opportunity. T-Birds dressed in their home red jerseys. And on the other side, the Patriots in the predominantly white jerseys. A little bit of green and gold on the pants. Of course, if you were watching the most recent game, you saw the Ward Melville home jerseys when they were taking on the Smithtown Hauppauge junior varsity team. Smithtown taking that matchup. Referees over to center ice. 15 minutes on the clock for the first, and looks like we're about ready to get into action here at the rinks. Tannenbaum and Clark, the netminder matchup for today. As Ward Melville finishes their little pregame. Ayers obviously going to be one of the starters. He's out with Cerulli and Giantonato. Off the face-off, Keel won't win it out. Ward Melville will fire it in deep, wrapping around the boards down low. Starting it off early. Puck pinched in by Villani, one of the better defenders for Connetquot Sayville. Up top, Scally with a shot that goes wide to the left. Wraps around to the far side. Breslin trying to play it in deep. Another shot that's going to go into the glove. Rebound opportunity. Ward Melville trying to get it in. Villani with a big hit. And it's going to be held on. Initial save belongs to Clark. Logan Keel back to the draw. Not going to win it out. It goes back to the far point with Breslin. Walking at the blue line, will fire it across. Scally the first one to it. Instantly pressured by Booth. He gets it in deep. Here's Ayers giving it back to Scally. Loses control and it's past the blue line. Oh, Keel almost on a breakaway right there. Saw it in his eyes. Logan Keel back with the puck, played over to Esposito. He sends it high off the backhand. Little opportunity coming forward for Snyder, wrapping around the net, looking to feed it out in front. Snyder intended the pass for Booth, instead it goes to Esposito, back down low for Snyder. Logan Keel will skate onto it. Coming to the top side of the ice, Cerulli with a hit that just barely missed. Booth with it again at the blue line, cutting across to his right, looking for the pass down low, gets it over. Pass intended for Keel, actually gets to him off a bounce. Keel in the high slot, loses control. Now Esposito, his shot, that's going to be blocked in front by a little bit of traffic. At the far side, taken over by the Patriots, looking to break out. 1 minute 30 already played. Down low, Barilski looking for it, wraps around the boards. to the near side. Eilenberger will put it in deep. Overskated a little bit, and Hall will reclaim for the T-Birds. Gets it past his own blue line, sends it across the ice. Big bounce and onto the tape of Fisher. Fisher gets it forward. Intended for Curley. Stood up at the blue line. T-Birds take it back. Villani with it. Looking to pass it over to his teammate, Masi. Out in front. Big opportunity. Both saved by Clark, and he will shut it down. 12:57 left to play in the first. Both teams coming out with a little bit of a physical edge. Face-off will be won by the T-Birds. Skated forward instantly by Villani. Past the blue line. Villani threw a couple of checks and laying a guy out himself. Will get it into the left wing corner. More physical hitting. Villani with it again. Wrapping around in the left face-off circle. Villani with the shot. Big rebound. Slapped in again. Not tucked home. Tannenbaum standing up to the test so far. Once again controlled by Masi. Gets it up top. Villani for the wrist shot. In goal. That rung off the bar. To the far side where it caroms. Villani trying to keep it in. Warren Melville on the push out. Villani's just too strong. Carries it down low. Looking for another shot. Whistles wide across the crease. Petrie will skate it out. Backpedaling across to Masi. Masi holds, firing it forward. Intercepted in the neutral zone. Fumbled by Warren Melville. Contact not going to be called by the referees, and they do for a hand pass now. Logan Keel had a little bit of momentum going forward. Got the Ward Melville Junior Varsity in attendance, so that's why you hear a little bit of a louder roar when there's some physical play down low. Into the face-off dot again. Keel not going to win it. Instead, it belongs to Brown. Ward Melville tapping it in deep. Esposito after it. Wraps it around on the forehand, gets it over to Rodecker. Gives it forward to Keel. Keel turning up, looking for a cross-ice pass, interrupted. Now Keel has to battle for it. It's sent back into his zone. Clark out of his net. Will settle it down, allowing Barilski to skate onto it. He wraps it around the boards to the far side. Here comes Keel, almost breaking into a 2-on-1. Carried forward, and there's a big trip at the blue line. First power play of the day coming up. The T-Birds will be man up for the next 2 minutes. Daniel Breslin to the penalty box for the Pats. The T-Birds looking to capitalize on the power play. Got to keep your eye on number 91, Logan Keel. Off the face-off, won by the T-Birds. Over to Villani. He has room to shoot. Gets it down low. It caroms around and comes to Esposito. He taps down low for Booth, trying to return the favor to Esposito. Has it back to Booth once more. Logan Booth at the near half board, skating into the high slot, has Villani open, turns around, fires it to Esposito. Esposito now with time, gives it over, across to Booth. Make it Villani, his shot on goal blocked out in front. Snyder chasing after it, trying to keep it alive in the offensive zone, but it's played out by the Patriots. 1:27 in the power play. Esposito giving it forward again. Villani pulling up, interrupted, and it's taken by Snyder for the support. Snyder wraps it around the boards. Down below, Tannenbaum tracking it over his shoulder. Gives it around to Esposito, overplays it just a little bit. Now it's past the blue line. Taken forward by Ayers. Most dangerous player on the Pats. He pulls up now, just killing time. Booth will chase after him. Cross-ice pass, gets it onto the tape of Eilenberger. He wraps around now, could return the favor to Scally. Instead, he'll play it down low for Keel. Keel cutting in front of his own net, interrupted. Dangerous play for him right there. Curley with a good defensive stop. Curley still after it, trying to pinch it into the far boards. Will wrap it around. Villani chasing after it. Eilenberger the first one to play. Keel to Snyder over the stick, a little bit too far from him. Curley still keeping in the offensive zone. Laid out. Big hit from Snyder. Booth now with it. 30 seconds in the power play. T-Birds torn Nerth. Interrupted, and Booth has to circle around at the rink's logo. Keel touching up, and he's called offsides. 9:50 to play in the first. 21 seconds on the power play. And the face-off will be in the neutral zone. Keel is just a smidge offsides. Face-off tap forward by Mossy. Trying to maintain control, but the Patriots once again send it 200 feet. Clark out of his net, plays it around, intended for Petrie. I don't think he'll get there first, though. It's taken by Curley. Curley will also lose out, and Mossy will slap it down low, trying to get it to his defenseman. Back to Mossy. Power play now over. Back to 5-on-5. Puck kept alive past the blue line. Now the Patriots need to step up and reset. Petrie giving it ahead. Basil up the left side. Basil on the backhand, trying to drag it around, turning up. Has a chance to center into the slot. Villani with time and space. Looking for his options, gets it ahead. Straight onto the tape of Basil. He takes a big crunch on the boards from Fisher. Villani trying to hold it in at the near point. 0-0 still the score. 8:43 to play in the first period. Theodolu trying to keep it alive and played out by the Patriots. Haven't had a lot of offensive zone time, but in all fairness, like I said, 0-0. Can't be complaining about the defense they've played so far. Villani's already some impactful shifts, a lot of big hits. He really does control whatever point he plays on. Mossy ahead, taken out. Blowing a tire right there at the blue line. Comes across to Villani. He has plenty of room. Villani going forward through contract. Big hit. Both players sent to the ice. With Sorelli off the bench, might feel a little bit energized from the JV team in attendance. Back into the neutral zone. T-Birds chase after it. Petrie should get there first. Petrie over to Villani, who just took the big hit. Played forward. Hopkins chasing after it. The player that just went flying into the boards was Chris Tyler, and we will get an icing. Booth to the face-off dot, not going to win it. Back to the far point for the Patriots, just barely keeping it there, and now the T-Birds get a nice interception up high. Booth trying to skate forward, leaves it off for Haggerty. Haggerty with a backhand pass intended for Booth, not going to get to it. Booth reclaims at the right wing corner, skating down low and getting held up. Puck to his right skate, I don't think he sees it, now played in between. Haggerty with the puck once more, losing it out. Had Rodecker there with him. 7:15, we're more than halfway through the first period. No real grade A chances for either team just yet. And the impact from Aiden Ayers has been limited by the T-Birds, who's done a good job to make him unimpactful on the ice, or at least his first couple of shifts. Here's Ayers with the puck now, sending it across ice to the far side. Giantiano with the shot goes wide. Ayers trying to dig out the rebound on the near boards, but instead it's taken away by Booth. Booth with speed, up the right side, trying to get it in deep past the blue line. Now cutting over to the slot, loses control. Puck will carry him towards the blue line and back out. Booth with an engine right now, giving it to Haggerty, drops it back off. Booth with it one more time. Looking to send it up top, gets it to Villani at the near point. Villani loading up a shot, blocked out in front, it got to the goal anyways. Giantanotto looking for the stretch pass, interrupted. Booth keeping it down low. Back around for Breslin. Gives it over past Villani, and the referees will call it out of play. With 6:11 to play in the first period, we'll get some line changes out for both teams. Keel to the face-off dot. Keel not going to win it out. Taken and played forward by the Patriots. Potential rush chance coming for them. On net, deflected high into the sky. Maldari is the one who got it all the way in deep. Ellenberger to the face-off against Keel this time. Keel will tap it to the far boards. Petrie there to try to play it. Gets it around. Villani blocking the centering pass. Comes out in front anyways. Clark collects with his stick and puts his glove on top. And some physical play afterwards. Fans like it, referees don't. Still a little come together. Referees will decide the face-off will be in the neutral zone because of it. No changes for either team. Logan Keel will win this one cleanly over to Snyder. He gets it back to Petrie, firing it forward intended for Booth. Icing going to be the call from the referees, and we pause again. Puck will be put back in the T-Birds' defensive end. (0-0) still the score. Would say that possession has largely belonged to the T-Birds thus far, but in the recent couple of shifts, just like that, the Patriots have been clawing back some shots, getting some more pressure onto Alex Clark, who Tannenbaum has surely stood up to all the tests so far, but obviously can't rely on your goaltender to win you a game. You got to score at some point. Face-off won and cleared by the T-Birds. Approaching 5 minutes to play in the first period. Of course, this 45-minute affair between these two teams largely impacts the playoff standings. If Ward Melville win, they're 3 points ahead of Connetquot Sayville. If the T-Birds win, they are 1 point ahead of the Patriots. Obviously, if it does go to overtime, that means the Patriots at worst would be tied in points, so still controlling their own destiny to an extent. Fisher with a shot from the point, that's going to be blocked and played out. Mossy now in a leg race with Fisher, trying to get to the puck first. Fisher will cut off his line to the net, but Mossy will curl around on the near boards. Playing it down low, gets it over to Keel. Keel slammed into the left wing corner, now battling for it against two white shirts. Patriots look like they will get it out, and it is past the blue line. Esposito to Mossy. Mossy still holding on in the neutral zone. Back to Esposito, taps it to the far side. Hall misplays it. Tyler plays it back into his own end. Under 5 minutes to play now in the first period. Held right now by the Patriots. They have plenty of time to play with. Obviously, this game only in the very first stage. Fisher will now take the opportunity to skate it up. Met in the neutral zone by Mossy. Sticks tie up, but Fisher still gets it in deep. Beneath the goal line, looking to invert the other way, wraps it around. Taken out and played out. Referees will call off icing. T-Birds go for a full 5 change. Villani back onto the ice. First one to touch it, trying to tap it forward. Brown gets it in. Petrie there. Petrie off the high glass, intended it for Hopkins, but Brown still controls, wraps it around. Villani for it. Looking to stand up on his skates, physical play, and he does kind of pass forward. Now for Hopkins, joined by Tansey, and they get it out into the offensive end. Tansey and Hopkins there on the forecheck, trying to create a turnover. Ward Melville wrap it around below their goal. Now dump it off, Breslin with it. Sending it ahead, gets it onto the tape of Allen. Allen in the neutral zone, will turn it over. Hopkins gives it. Now ahead to Theodolu, who just sends it in deep. T-Birds with another change. Icing will be the call, and we will get a pause. 3:01 left to play in the first period. Be the first time in a while I've seen a period go scoreless here at the rinks. Really shows you how much these teams are fighting for these 2 points. Logan Keel will be into the face-off. Anytime Keel is there with Villani behind him, it's a dangerous 1-2 setup for a slap shot. But that face-off's going to be won to the far side instead. Taken and skated forward. Into the offensive end. Cerulli, who had that big hit earlier on Villani's on the ice right now. Cerulli now going after it. Meeting up with Rodecker. Villani trailing behind the play. Villani with it now, sending it ahead to Keel. Logan Keel. Cutting it through the neutral zone into the offensive end, looking for a shot saved by Tannenbaum. Snyder down low to help with him. Centering pass, they score! Logan Keel to make it 1-0, and the T-Birds are up with 2:23 left to play in the first. So we take a replay of that. You can see Logan Keel on the bottom left corner of your screen, getting in front, winning that stick battle. The one-timer goes to the smallest of margins, and it's 1-0 for Connetquot Sayville. .2:15 remaining in the first. Assists will belong to Chase Hagerty. Esposito now at the near point. A shot tipped out in front by Keel. That was dangerous. Puck now at the far side. Snyder chasing after it, but the Patriots will clear. Snyder with it again, getting ahead to Booth. Booth coming forward with Keel. Booth with the shot instead, looking for the pass. Broken up and played out. 200 feet from the Pats. Will go down for an icing. Keel will be back into the face-off. Esposito and Barilski behind him. Keel will win it. Tapped back further by Snyder to Barilski. He plays it back off the boards to Snyder, now down low for Booth. Denied by the Patriots, played up high. Barilski for the one-timer, goes wide to the right. Booth with it again. Left wing corner, turning around, looking for the passing options. Instead, it's taken away and kept in actually by Esposito. He'll send it into the right wing corner. Snyder now chasing after it. Forcing a desperation play that's kept in by Barilski. He sends it in on net. Booth all alone for a second. Looking for another centering pass below the goal line. Plays it up high. Esposito in the slot. This shot blocked. Approaching 1 minute to play in the first period. T-Birds with another great shift in the offensive end. Booth sends it deep one more time. Skating to it first is Fisher. As we're going to get a pause, I believe the net is off its moorings maybe. I did see Booth trip up down there and maybe dislodge it. Get some changes coming out from both teams. Booth yet to skate over to this bench with the rest of his line. Now we'll go over it. Referees will mark the face-off in the neutral zone. Booth skating over to his bench. Cerulli to the face-off. Not going to win it out. T-Birds push it forward just barely. Less than a minute remaining in the first. Hall with it. Gets laid out at the blue line. Good hit from Scully in close quarters. Push forward by the hand of Bazile. Now back into the zone for the Patriots. Send it into the neutral zone. Cerulli ahead. Now Ayers. Here's Ayers. Turning up, now firing across ice. Villani down low. Again with the physical play, winning another puck battle against Ayers. Massey with it, turning around in his own zone. Finding the outlet pass. Now Villani on the left side. Villani past the blue line, looking for the shot. Oh, whistles wide to the right. Hull at the far side now. Getting it in on net. It's a pad save for Tannenbaum. Feed going back to Villani, looking for one more shot. Deflects high into the netting. And we will pause with barely any time left in the first period. We're going to see if Clark will go out of his net. It will be an empty net for the T-Birds, looking for a face-off win and a quick shot. We're going to see who's going to take the face-off. They'll send out Logan Keel. Best at the dot for the T-Birds. Keel on the face-off, gets it back. Quick shot from Massey, goes high. Great setup from the T-Birds. Even without that goal, they're still up 1-0. Oh, scoreboard is wrong. Up 1-0 after 15. After 15 minutes, the assist from Chase Hagerty to Logan Keel stands as the only goal. The T-Birds in a position to overtake the Patriots in the standings if the score remains the same for the next 30 minutes of play. Villani getting it ahead, intended for Snyder, past his stick, and instead ends up with Oliva. Now Petrie passing it forward, Hagerty offsides. Snyder on the draw now, trying to win it back to Hagerty. Instead, it's taken by the Patriots and played past Petrie on the near side. Petrie back for it. Red shirts coming together, trying to win it out, and they do. Backhand pass, sauced over to Snyder. He'll whack it in deep. Rodecker now with it. Across, Hagerty the one-timer, saved by Tannenbaum. Instant pressure coming out in the second period for the T-Birds, but here comes a break the other way. Maldari, centering pass again broken up. Villani just stays a rock on the defensive end, now mixing it up into the rush. Villani flying forward, past the blue line, getting his stick tied up in front of the net, looking for the shot. Tannenbaum turns it aside. Booth now off the bench, goes ahead. Curley trying to play it forward. Petrie to Villani, he sends it in deep into the glove of Tannenbaum, and he'll freeze, forcing the referees to blow the whistle with 13:40 to play in the second. Logan Keel into the face-off dot. Will win it forward, gets it over to Booth. Back to Keel in the slot. He'll play it to the far point. Hagerty is shot no good. Not ever going to get close to the net with that amount of traffic in front. Excuse me, that was Esposito with the shot. Now the Patriots wrap it around deep. Allen after it on the near side. Gets it to Breslin. He'll look for a shot. Ramps off a stick and out of play. Cerulli will win the face-off, gets it back. Breslin on the near side will wrap it around the boards. Digging it out was Barilski and sending it to the far side. Goes past Booth and another player and into the neutral zone. Logan Keel trying to strip it away from Ayers. Will get past him. Ayers now with Cerulli. Joining the rush is Giannotto. He looks for the shot, saved by Clark. Looking behind him for a second, thought it was dangerous. Clark will make the save. Played out. Ayers looking to gain the line with Cerulli. Around to hit for the second from Esposito. Cerulli still with it, out in front. Almost tucked in by the Patriots. Still have the puck in the high slot. Mossy trying to turn it aside. Keel on it now. Will wrap it around the boards for Marilski. Marilski looking to send it out. It was blocked by the Patriots. Sails over to Clark, and he'll calmly put his glove on top of it with 12:24 left to play in the second period. Down low, controlled by Petrie. Rifling a pass forward, hits the stick of Hall, and now comes over to Mossy. He'll send it off the boards, allowing Basil to chase after it. Now pin set to the right wing corner. 5 players all there. Referees yelling to keep it alive. Basile at the center of it for the T-Birds. Does dig it out. Centering pass, almost tipped in. Villani at the far side. Villani still holding on to it. Gets it down low. Mossy on the backhand, looking for another centering pass. It's interrupted by Fisher and played to the far side. Mossy still holding on to it at the blue line, trying to send it back, and it springs a forward a one-on-one. Here comes Muldari, in on net against Clark, looking for the shot. It's wide to the left. 11:30 left to play in the second period. Best chance for the Patriots so far. Curley digging out the puck, trying to get it down low. Has Ellenberger there to help him, but instead the T-Birds come away with it. Villani, strong as ever on the puck, looking to get it forward. Villani off the boards now, does lose out on it. Curley in the high slot, no shooting angle. Down low, Basil plays it on the backhand. Mossy with it, tied up by Ellenberger. Excuse me, that's actually Brown coming off the bench. Still controlled, Mossy tied up and taken to the ground. Referees keep their hands down. Hall with the puck at his skates, lays it off. Petrie brings it forward, taking on two white jerseys and falling to the ground because of it. A quick shot and Clark a save far out of the crease. Really aggressive on that angle. Still netting him positivity. Into the face-off dot. To the left of Clark. Brown's going to try to win this one out. Has a couple of options behind him. Brown on the face-off, sends it to the far boards. Smacked ahead and almost out. Booth there with the pressure. Forces Scully to quickly play it in. Patriots offsides need to check up. Booth with the puck again. Cutting across to the right side of the rink. Booth now with four players all near him. The T-Birds were stacked on top of each other. Scully blowing a tire in the right wing corner. Booth will fall over him. Keel trying to keep it alive in the offensive zone. Now joined by Snyder. Goes by both of them, and Tyler will play it out. Esposito back for it, extending his reach, and now playing it off the boards. Comes back for the Patriots. Still need to wait to check up. Esposito with plenty of time. 10 minutes to play in the second period. Still 1-0. The only goal belonging to Logan Keel, who controls now forward. Keel cutting across the blue line. Keel into the slot, finally interrupted. Captain doing what the captain does best. Barilski back for it. Will skate onto the puck. Everyone on Ward Melville making a change with the extended ice. Obviously a little bit harder to get off in the second period. Keel with it again. Coming up the right side. Keel with a shot saved by Tannenbaum. 9:33 to play now in the second frame. Keel and Booth will go off. Line change for the forwards. Theodolu into the face-off dot. Petrie directly behind him, as well as Villani, who has the strong one-timer option. Not going to be one out. Instead, get forward by Cerulli. Cerulli with a lot of speed. Past Villani, trying to cut in front of the net on the backhand, stripped loose, and a penalty upcoming. Penalty should go against Villani, and it will send the T-Birds to a 2-minute power play. So Cerulli will stay out on the ice and take the face-off as well against Booth. Wins it back. Fisher controls at the blue line, walking right. Fisher still with it. Circling around now, looking for options. Sends it down low through the skates of Cerulli. Wraps around, Scully trying to hold it in. It gets past him, sending the T-Birds into a break. Snyder coming forward with Booth. Snyder cutting across Ayers, gets it to Booth, looking for the goal. Broken up, and Tannenbaum makes the save. Net off its moorings, and we'll pause with 9:02. .138 still left on this power play for the Patriots. T-Birds taking an offensive zone draw. Booth trying to kill more time off, not going to be able to. It's won instead by the Patriots. Now they have a chance to get going north. Scully, long pass forward. Ellenberger fumbles it, and it's sent in deep. Good play from Esposito. Right place, right time. Once again, sent towards the neutral zone. Played forward to Ayers. Here comes Ayers. Down the slot, dropping it off. Pass played out in front of the crease. Cerulli was tapping for it, does get the feed, sends it into the blue paint again. No one's there for the Patriots. Out of the zone now, and the T-Birds get the clear. Could go for a change if they want to. Half of this power play has gone by. Booth, right now, surveying in the middle of the ice. Puck goes past him down low. Booth still trying to dig it out. Ayers there with him. Ayers will finally win it away. Playing it out in front. Cerulli with it on the backhand. Saved by Clark. Patriots still waiting to walk up into this offensive zone faceoff. Brown will take it. Brown on the tie-up, gets it back, held in at the near point. Shot goes wide to the left, and Clark's going to steer it into the left corner. Pass out in front, taken away. Barilski with a nice defensive play, and he'll look to kill even more time. Now sending it the length. It will go all the way down past Breslin, and Tannenbaum out of his net. 7:36 left to play in the period, 10 seconds on the power play. Logan Keel almost interrupting that pass, but it still comes to Curley anyways. Curley trying to get it past Petrie, and played out again by the Birds. It's an efficiently killed penalty. Back to 5-on-5, and we get a quick pause. So Villani out of the box for hooking. Of course, caused by the breakaway of Cerulli. Still only goal in the game belonging to Logan Keel. The assist, Chase Hagerty. The goal came at 2:23 left to play in the first period. Puck almost held in on the skate of Villani, but just barely creaks by him. Clark out of his net to settle it. Taps it to Petrie. Wraps it around the boards to Villani. Villani around a couple of checks, trying to play it forward, broken up just barely. Now Villani carrying it out and sends it with a poke forward. Petrie, back to Villani, off his stick, and now back to the Patriots, turns it over again to Booth. Here comes Booth with room, blocker saved by Tannenbaum. 6:42 to play in the second period. Puck at the left wing corner. Allen with a chance to clear, almost kept alive by Booth, but it does get past the blue line. Villani sending a stretch pass forward, might go down for an icing, slows up a little bit, and the referees will say no go. Now it's sent the length of the ice the other way, and this will be an icing. 6:22 to play, and there'll be another offensive zone face-off for the T-Birds. Gavin Basile into the dot, will win it over to the left. Goes just past the stick of Masi, and now skated out by the captain Ayers. Ayers flying up the right side, trying to cut around Esposito. Has the puck on his backhand, centering pass out in front. Clark trying to track it, he makes the first save. Into the high slot now. Ayers coming away with the puck. Checked by Basile and out of the zone. Great job from the T-Birds. Again, I have to emphasize what's at stake for this game. It's a playoff spot. This is for the playoff race as Masi takes a nice stick check for the takeaway. Scully wraps it around for Curley. Connetquot Sayville currently has 9 points in the standing, where Melville has 10. Obviously the breakdown goes this big turnover right now. Warren Melville back pass, Ayers on the backhand, in front Clark the save. If Connetquot Sayville were to win this in regulation, they'd claim 2 points and overtake Warren Melville in the standings. If the Patriots were to win this game, they'd seal their lead their point lead, that is, against Connetquot Sayville. And then a whole bunch of stuff opens up in overtime. An overtime win for Connetquot Sayville would just tie them with the Patriots. An overtime win from the Patriots would keep them one full game ahead of the T-Birds. Puck now in the left wing corner. Keel trying to come away with it, wraps around the boards to the far side. Booth against Curley, won by Booth. Booth up the ice, past the blue line, over to Keel. Keel looking to fire on net, instead it ends up in the high netting. 4:59 to play in the second period. Still no score this period, of course. The only goal belonging to Logan Keel, assisted by Chase Hagerty. Villani took a hooking minor off the breakaway from Cerulli, but nothing came of that for the Patriots. Back to Villani, fans on the one-timer, almost gave another breakaway. Speak of the devil to Maldari. Logan Keel coming in on the forecheck, laying a light hit, allowing Petrie to take it back in the neutral zone, plays it back to Villani. Now Petrie again. Sends it off the skate of Keel back into his own zone. Villani for it. Turning a corner on the net. Getting it up ice now for Petrie, joining the rush. Here comes Villani. With speed, Villani drags it to his backhand. In front of the net, his shot saved by Tannenbaum. Rebound belongs to Booth. He wraps around. Booth still with it, now with a lot of space. Booth instead will walk it to the goal line, wrapping it down low. Booth to the high point. Gets it to Villani, it comes past his stick. Allen with a good job right now, forcing Booth out of the zone. Patriots look to send it the length, and they do. No icing because it was tipped at the red line. Clark out of his net, wraps it around. Allen out in front, quick shot, but Clark was already back to his net. Back pass, big one-timer out in front, a pad save from Clark and played forward. Here comes a breakaway. Logan Keel in one-on-one, the back check from Scully. Logan Keel, he scores! It's 2-0 T-Birds, and the main man is getting it done in a big game. Logan Keel just with a step towards the net, going quickly on the backhand. What a wraparound against Tannenbaum. 2-0 T-Birds. 3:39 to play in the second period. This goal assisted by Andrew Snyder. Esposito back for the puck, playing it off the boards. Kept in by Scully, he'll give it over. Ayers now trying to work his magic, instead he's interrupted. Does get the pass off, one more, over to Scully, down low, saved by Clark. Cerulli robbed of an opportunity right there. Players coming together for some words after the fact. Referees will break it up. Puck taken forward, played off the boards by Morilski, held up at the blue line and now passed. Breslin trying to get his team going forward, but it's Morilski with it again. Past the red line, so he'll send it in deep. Scully back for it, pressured by Hagerty. Instead, the puck's taken away. Played out in front, Basil almost with the one-timer. Over skated, now here comes a 2-on-1 for the Patriots. Ayers with the puck right now, wrapping around over to his left, and it's broken up. Great defense from Esposito. Pass sent across. Clark making a save off his left shoulder. Patriots still with the puck down low. To the blue line, shot on goal. Clark turns it to the side. Breslin with it again. His shot deflects off a stick wide to the left. 2:30 to play in the second period. Another shot for Ayers, saved. And we get another pause. Logan Keel into the face-off dot. He's been good there all night. looking to win this one and does. Gets it over to Snyder. He flies forward, passing over to Booth. Will take his time in his own zone, wrapping around. Finding the pass forward to Petrie. Petrie plays it in deep off the high glass. Wraps around the boards for a second. Villani at the far point. His shot deflected out in front. Reaches the boards again. Booth and Villani. Or Booth and Petrie, I should say. Petrie gets it. Quick shot turned aside by Tannenbaum. Played out by Cerulli, intended for Curley, taken by Villani. Villani turning the other way, past the blue line. Villani with a shot, whistles wide. Booth plays it around low. Logan Keel with 2 goals already. Back pass for Snyder. Leaves it instead for Keel. Gets it up top. Now for Villani. Puts it in front of the net, broken up by the Patriots. Villani keeps it alive again. This time he tries to tap it low, taken by Curley. Not played out. Villani just keeps it alive. Time and time again at that point. Finally cleared out by the Patriots. Curley looking for a turnaround pass, but ends up with Petrie. Back pass for Snyder to Villani. Now to Snyder again. Snyder flips it in. Fisher for it. Turns around looking for options, wraps around the boards. Patriots taking their time to clear this, and it gets ahead to Curley. Booth on the intercept at the blue line, now tying up with Curley. Getting support from Keel, a puck comes to Snyder. He'll give it over to Esposito. Esposito. Back over to Snyder. Now Booth mixing it up. Eilenberger takes a big hit from Snyder. Drop down and a penalty upcoming. Under a minute to play in the second period. So War Melville to the power play. And Snyder to the penalty box for 2 minutes. Or Melville don't score here. They'll still have a minute 20 to work with on the power play to start the third, down by 2 goals. Cerulli into the face-off dot. Up against Keel. Been a tough matchup between Keel and Cerulli, but it will be won by the T-Birds and played 200 feet. Down low, Tannenbaum looking for the pass, just going to wrap it around the board safely behind the net. Booth takes it away. Here's Booth, sent out in front. Keel, the shot goes wide. At the far point, held in by Villani. He'll put it in on net again. To the left wing corner. Keel with it, stripped away. Ward Melville trying to break out. Ayers has the puck. Has some passing options, gives it to Scully, pressured by Keel still, and passing will be picture perfect for the Ward Melville Patriots as they play it forward. Now offside. Cerulli wasn't able to get it past the blue line, and that will do it for the second period. 15 minutes remaining in this matchup. Ward Melville still trailing by 2. Keep it right here for the final period of regulation. back for the final 15. Ward Melville still operating in 5-on-4 advantage. Puck forward for Cerulli. As Ayers behind him, will leave the puck. Ayers getting tied up. Mossy with a good hit, and he'll clear. Good forechecking pressure applied by Basile. And the T-Birds will deny this breakout again, forcing the Patriots back into their own zone one more time. Scally trying to quarterback this forward. Leaves it off. Taking ahead, Ayers back to Scally in the slot. He was carrying down. It's cleared out one more time. Here comes Booth with speed. Booth in on net. He scores! A shorthanded goal for Logan Booth makes it 3-0 for the T-Birds. We take a replay of that. Booth with just so much speed drags it over to his forehand. Snapshot past Tannenbaum. It's a 3-0 game. .30 seconds remain on the power play for Ward Melville, and they need it more now than ever. Taken in deep. Maldari centering pass through the crease cleanly. Taken forward. Now it's Logan Keel's turn, shorthanded. Logan Keel working through a lot of traffic. Now for his shot that's blocked by Curley. A little shaken up by it. I'd imagine that one hurts. Booth takes it away on the far boards. Here comes Booth with Keel in front. Looking for the hat trick potentially. Logan Booth instead wraps around. The smart play. Sends it to the opposite side. 5-on-5 for the T-Birds now. Logan Keel fans on a shot. That could have been it right there in the 4-0 lead. Snyder after the puck. Gives it over to Villani. Villani now leaving it off for Booth. Back check from Maldari. Not going to do anything to Booth. Here comes Keel for the shot broken up. Down low at the end boards, wrapped around. Patriots take it back at the near side. Off the boards past Villani. Is content with letting it go as it sails down for an icing. Power play is over. Rodecker, Snyder, and Hopkins. Making Hagerty out there as the forwards. Esposito and Barilski as the defensive duo. Snyder at the right side. Hagerty taking the puck from him. Cross ice to Esposito. Esposito curling around. Now giving it down low, intended for Snyder, past his stick. Instead it belongs out in front. Hagerty almost had an opportunity. Taken now by the Patriots forward. Here comes Tyler. Sends it off the boards. Allen down low for it, trying to win it over from Barilski. Tyler still holding on. The shot interrupted. Second opportunity for the Patriots in front of the crease and cleanly, safely taken away by Rodecker. Scully not able to hold it in at the near point, and Rodecker continues his momentum forward. Here comes Rodecker for the shot saved by Tannenbaum. Rodecker still on it. Patriots looking for the clear. They have clean ice to try to get it out. Villani not able to come off the bench and get over there in time. Under 12 minutes to play in regulation. Villani with a nice move, catching the Patriots in a change. His shot, big carry out. Rodecker on the rebound, also saved by Tannenbaum. Hall blowing a tire in the neutral zone. All good because he was backed up by Petrie. Villani now with it. Villani sending it forward. Off the far boards and down low. Tannenbaum with it. Tannenbaum will play it over and allow Oliva to come forward. Pressured by Mossy. Taken ahead. Patriots looking to play it forward. Off the boards and sent ahead. And it goes all the way down for an icing. 11:18 to play in the third period. Goals this game belonging to Booth and 2 to Keel. Assists from Esposito, Snyder, and Hagerty. Face off. Not one by either side, but Hall does keep it in. Now Basile with it. Quick shot, ramps off his stick and into the netting. .11:09 as we get line changes coming out from both teams. And the puck will come into the neutral zone for the face-off. Theodolu trying to win it over to Hopkins. Hopkins will slap it ahead. Theodolu chasing in after it. Breslin controls, trying to send it off the boards, but Moldari couldn't get it out. Another opportunity for Breslin. He'll join the rush now past the blue line. Quick shot goes wide to the right. Clark had his glove over there just in case he needed to make the save. Curley now with the puck at the red line. Shoots it off the outside of the goal. Now Hopkins comes for the rebound. Wraps it around the boards to the far side. Tansey with a nice hit. Kept in by Curley. Petrie falling to the floor. Ward Melville now with some danger. Into the slot. Hopkins there. They score! Ward Melville take one back on a broken play, and it's now 3-1 in the third period. Eilenberger assisted by Moldari and Scully. With 10:30 left to play in the final period of regulation. Logan Keel trying to get the momentum back for his team at the blue line, sending it forward to Booth, but it's turned aside by the Patriots and out. Now looking to gain the blue line again, called offsides by the referees. We'll pause with 10:14 left to play in the final period of regulation. Face off back to the neutral zone. Keel on the draw will get it to Booth. Booth flying forward instantly, cutting across some traffic but broken up. Keel now going for the rebound, drops it for Snyder. His shot blocked. Held in at the point by Borilski. Another shot, lots of traffic out in front, and it's tracked by Tannenbaum and saved. This top line of Keel, Booth, and Snyder has just been absolutely electric for the T-Birds this game. They've had a couple of high-impact defensive pairings. I think Esposito's had a hell of a game. I think Villani's had a hell of a game. And the T-Birds are up 3-1 because of it. Down low, Booth curling, trying to play it out in front. It's bouncing around. Tannenbaum, I think he has it under his pads. The referees agree and pause play one more time. Keel into the dot again. Winning it back. Puck goes to Esposito. Sends it in deep. Down low is where Snyder will chase for it. Big hit at the end boards. T-Bird still control. Send it to the far point. Morilski with it. He'll send it in on net. Booth still holding it. Left circle. Playing it down low. Snyder up top for Keel. Getting it the release wide right. Keel chasing after it again, but here comes Ayers. Ayers ahead. Giantinotto with the shot. Gets his own rebound. Plays it up high and then gives it away. Esposito flying forward. Has Keel with him. Esposito looking for the pass. Gives it to Keel. He shoots and rings the bar. Booth on the rebound. Will wrap it around for Snyder as the rest of the T-Birds catch up with their two lead members. Held in at the point. Villani tipped. Almost tucked home by Booth. Two great opportunities in a row. Logan Booth now down to Keel. Keel holding on to it, dancing it around Scully. Now pulling up, looking to play it back to the blue line. Gets it to Villani. His shot on goal. Tipped out in front. Big rebound. Esposito gloves it down. Can't get a shot off. Almost played out. Esposito trying to keep it alive. Just barely comes past him. And Villani resets in the neutral zone. Or Melville go for changes. Villani now flying forward. Stays on the ice with Booth. His quick shot almost going in the goal. Just dribbles wide right. Villani. Puck comes past him. Petrie now down the ice. Clark stayed perfect in this game for so long. As Curley gets a little lucky that the referees didn't see that against Petrie. Curley now passing it over. Ward Melville with some good opportunities. Breslin looks for a shot. Clark tracks it, and it's turned aside. Villani now getting up ice. Mossy sending it forward, laid out at the blue line. The referees are going to call a whistle for that. Waiting to see what the call is. They're going to bring it back to the T-Bird zone. Exactly sure what call was made to bring it back here. Well, the face-off will be to the left of Clark. T-Birds will win the face-off and instantly clear. Mossy trying to get through a two-man crunch and does. But the puck is won. Esposito at the near point, can't keep it alive. Puck turned over in the neutral zone, though, and taken ahead by Rodecker. Looking for the shot, saved by Tannenbaum. Rebound out in front of him, turned aside by his defense. 7:25 left to play in the third. Puck will go down for an icing. Keel to the face-off. On the draw, one back by the Patriots. Hagerty putting pressure down below the goal line and forcing a turnover there. Rodecker extended his stick for it but couldn't come away with it. Allen takes it ahead instead. Allen with the shot, turned aside by Clark. Tyler at the far side on the rebound. Tyler comes forward, not able to win the puck. Allen with the shot, blocked by Esposito. Esposito again. To Rodecker, fumbling with the puck, but gets it back to Esposito, gives it off the boards and out. Logan Keel gives it, Esposito. Esposito the shot, saved by Tannenbaum. Fisher fighting for the rebound. Instead it comes away with Esposito. He gives it to the far point with Villani. Villani looking for the shot, turned aside. Tyler's with the good defensive stand right there. 6:30 left to play in regulation. Ward Melville still sniffing around for another 2 goals, trying to tie this game up and force overtime. Ayers gives it up. Ward Melville going north. Fisher with it. Fisher, right circle, shot blocked. Taken back by Ayers, another shot goes wide to the right this time. Villani looking for the clear, getting it ahead. Rodecker sends it on the backhand out. Hagerty coming forward with Keel. Hagerty dragging on the backhand, getting turned up and taken aside by Allen. Referees raise their hand and call a penalty. So will be a power play upcoming for the T-Birds. Logan Keel coming off a long shift. Will stay out there, actually. So Keel to the face-off dot. Looking to win it back, but instead it's taken ahead by Cerulli. Cerulli now breaking away. Short-handed. Cerulli looks for the goal. Just barely held behind Clark, and he will sit on it. Referees will call no goal. Very narrow margins for Clark. Face-off now in the offensive zone for the Patriots, trying to kill off the rest of this penalty, but Keel's able to drag it ahead. Now offsides. Get another face-off in the neutral zone. This one will be won by Kiel, played forward. He gets the pass back. Kiel for the shot, rings the bar again. Kiel giving it back to Villani, far point. Tapping it down low. Snyder across to the near side. Now it's Esposito. He has an angle. Puts it to the left. Kiel wrapping around the boards again to Snyder. Bumped off the puck, but Kiel takes it again. Kiel still with it. Wrapping around. Good puck control from him. Kiel with the shot now. Puck played down low. Booth putting it out in front. Snyder with it. Intending it for Esposito, but it's tapped out past the blue line. Less than a minute to play in the power play for the Birds. At the very least, they're killing time off the clock, but here comes another shorthanded opportunity. Ward Melville out in front. This shot saved by Clark. .445 to kill for the T-Birds. 49 seconds of a man advantage left, and a 2-goal lead to nurse. Rodecker against Curley, now getting some support from Esposito. Villani as the backstop, as that is actually Petrie on the near side, not Esposito. Now Villani will carry it forward. Villani past the blue line, dragging around, looking for a shooting angle. Puck broke loose. Oh, Tannenbaum out of his net. That could have been dangerous right there for the Patriots. Puck sent the length of the ice. Clark back forward, looking for a pass. Does get it to the tape of Villani. Villani now past the blue line, looking for a shot. Tannenbaum the save, and he'll pull in the rebound and pause. .404 left to play in regulation. 8 seconds on the penalty to Scully. Puck dropped, one back to the blue line. Shot taken, oh, just deflected high. Esposito, puck played past him. Potential 2-on-1 coming for the Patriots, but it's avoided by Barilski. To the far side now, Hall giving it over to Rodecker, poking it past Ellenberger. Gets a hit from behind. Scully with a nice breakup on the play. Rodecker a little shaken up. Basile there to forecheck. Along with Hall, puck past both of them. Then Basile comes back in the neutral zone for the takeaway. Rodecker off the backhand, gives it back over. Taken in, Maldari. Maldari out in front, Clark kicks it aside. Maldari gets the rebound. Into the slot, back to the blue line, lines up for a one-timer, blocked by Basile. Nice hit from Esposito. Booth onto the ice now, wraps it around. At the far point, just barely held in for the Patriots. Another shot on goal, that's blocked by Barilski. Rodecker with time, ahead for Booth. Has Kiel joining behind him. Booth in on net, his shot saved by Tannenbaum, taken out by his own player. Tannenbaum without his stick now gets it back. Brown sends it in to the left wing corner. Allen after it. Allen has Brown as a passing option. Instead gives it down low. Fisher back to Allen. Allen holding on. Back to Fisher. Allen trying to make himself an availability. Fisher takes a cross check and now skated out by Kiel. Logan Kiel. Teammates now need to touch up. Feed it back to Villani to the far side. Petrie. 2:22 left to play in regulation. Ward Melville searching for 2. As we get another pause, offsides. Some changes for both sides. And a timeout taken on the ice. With 2:17 left, you got to assume Tannenbaum will abandon his post at some point and give a 6th skater out for the Patriots to work with. Face-off will be in the offensive zone for the T-Birds. As long as they keep the puck there, Tannenbaum obviously can't go for any kind of a change. Cerulli into the dot against Kiel. This will be a very important face-off. Possession is key. Kiel wins it back cleanly to Villani. He'll put it around the boards. Now Booth chases after it. Snyder is closer. Comes to Esposito, keeps it alive. Snyder now getting pinched. Just trying to stay strong on his skates. Booth now to join him. Scully against Booth. Snyder trying to dig it free. Ayers there as well. Snyder getting turned around. Scully will break it away. Gets it down low to Fisher. Will wrap it around the boards. That's winnable for Snyder. Gets it to Esposito. Kept in near side. Ayers not able to get it out. Less than 2 minutes left. Pass out in front. Logan Kiel will get it at the far side. 1:18 in the power play for the T-Birds. Villani, his shot blocked. Scully out in front with the physical play. Booth now down low, trying to keep it in. Out in front, cleared by the Patriots. Another centering pass to Snyder, now up top. Villani at the blue line. Villani looking for another shot, blocked. Puck goes through the skates of Kiel and now out. Patriots trying to play it forward. 45 seconds left in the power play for the T-Birds as we hit 1 minute to play in regulation. Booth with one of the goals. Kiel with the other two. Booth's shot will snap wide to the right. Snyder on the rebound. We'll give it over to Kiel. Kiel off the boards, finding it to Booth down low. 45 seconds left. Pass out in front with a shot. Esposito, puck carrying around inside the crease, and we get another pause. As we get another timeout on the ice. 40 seconds left to play in the game, 23 seconds on the power play for the T-Birds. This game is all but won for Connetquot Sayville. They just have to dot the I's and cross the T's. The penalty that was called, the most recent penalty that is, was too many players on the ice, right now being served by Allen in the box. So a team penalty, not a player penalty. Not that I'm holding my breath at this point. It is hard to score 2 goals in 40 seconds. Crazier things have happened, but as it stands right now, Connetquot Sayville will overtake Ward Melville in the standings, moving up to 7th place. Basile will come in for the face-off, allowing Logan Kiel to rest if he's needed for another draw. Basile out with Hagerty, Esposito, Villani, and Rodecker. Puck still in the offensive end. Hagerty now onto it. 15 seconds until the penalty is up. Esposito now with an empty net to shoot at. Gave it over to Rodecker for the shot instead. Villani trying to keep it alive at the blue line. It comes past. Curley fighting for it there. Villani on the empty net. Goes wide to the right. 15 seconds left. 6-on-5 skating now for the Patriots. They send it forward. Broken up a little bit in the neutral zone. 10 seconds left in the game. Curley to the far side. Battling one-on-one against Rodecker. Wins the puck. Looking for the centering pass. Broken up. 2 seconds on the clock. And there's the buzzer. The T-Birds take an absolutely massive matchup against Warren Melville and move ahead in the standings with these 2 most recent points. Final score of the game, Connetquot Sayville 3, Ward Melville 1. This has been the LI Sports Network here for 3 games at the rinks, this being the last of them. Thank you so much for listening, for watching, and have a great night.